For this installment of Contractors Conversation, I am bringing to you one of the interviews that was a part of our summit, How to Become a Power Partner in Government Contracting. During this conversation with Monica Williams, we discussed proposal development. It was such an impactful and power packed conversation. I decided to introduce it to my podcasting audience. So pull out your contractor's notebook, bring out your favorite beverage, invite your business partner, and tune in for this insightful conversation.
Monica, how's it going today?
Well, I'm going good. Happy Friday. Happy
Good.
Friday.
We're glad that people here with us today. Or not.
Thank you.
So, we're glad that you, first of all, welcome to the family.
Thank you. Excited.
Yes, it's exciting. There's so many new things going on. First of all, Ms. Monica is joining the LT&A family. I'll provide proposal compliance review services to our clients, which is something everybody has been asking for, and I have been saying no to. And, and I guess the Lord just finally did do it. So it's done. Okay, they're offering proposal compliance review service.
We're here.
You were there. So, well, both get proposal service today. Maybe we have them now. I didn't have them then before. It was something I offered in the beginning. Had that I yeah, because I've been at a man before. Now we are married. So local services and that's a perfect segue now. People often want to talk about winning these RFP. Like they don't have to talk about the proper proposal development. I talked about proposal compliance, and we're going to come back to that in segment 2. But we're talking about proposal development.
Right.
And that's key. That's important. For anybody doing government contracting, but they haven't looked anything. So talk about that a little bit. Proposal development. So let's talk.
Yeah, I think again, because nobody has anyone often leading them, guiding them. A team just says, hey, we got this RFP, or hey, we got this contract. It's this amount of money, and they're looking at the dollar amount. That's the goal. Like, okay, it's $1 million or 50 grand or whatever. And sometimes teams don't stop and look at the process. They just want the money and think, okay, get the money. And they don't stop to really go to do qualitative and not just quantitative also. So, and really knowing also who should be working on your proposal, because sometimes not everyone is equipped to work on the proposal from the beginning, middle, and submission. So that's something that's so important to me. Who is the team that's also working with you? And that's where you come in, your business. But who is that team? And sometimes I know to save money, we want to be internal, but sometimes you've got to look outside of the organization. So just those core things up front can really help people win more proposals, but also have better quality proposals.
Now, I need to go right there. Team building is a key component to proposal development. And people realize that you just pre-stole signing, meeting attendance summit right there. That's a course, that's a class that we can discuss this all year.
Yeah. We have to, because again, especially after COVID, I mean, businesses fighting for money and foundations that are now opening back up and government contracts. The game has changed. Some foundational things, though, have not. So your team is critical. So some of the things I know you and I will be doing is even some other workshops that I offer, and I know, we'll be putting in. And one is just really building that team better. Before you even get to the proposal, how is your team engaging? How are you, is one team member like, oh, my department's going to get more money or more? What's the common goal for the money and the mission of this proposal? Like, it really, we've got to get away from just the money, and really the mission has still always got to be, when the money comes, when it's at the end of the money, you want it to go beyond that time period. So the beginning and how you start, but how you finish, it all matters. And so that team is critical. And again, sometimes who's writing it, the language may not be appropriate. Again, I know people want to save money, and I get it, and I understand it. Times are tough for some companies, but you really need to, as you assemble your team or teams to write your proposals or submit them, it's critical to not even just think about who's actually doing the legwork, but how you're engaging, like I said, as a team. And who's part of it.
I'm glad you said teams, because the person or persons who write proposal A,
Yeah.
not necessarily be the person to write proposal B. And
Yes.
working the contract should not necessarily be the people writing the proposal.
Oh,
Because I had that experience. One story in my book. People don't realize I had a consulting firm. I am also from an contract.
yes.
And I thought, since this guy was performing the work, he should be write the proposal. Oh my Lord.
Well, let's stay there for a moment. Now, again, writing and contributing are two different things. It's again,
Great contributor for the technical language.
Yeah.
When he handed me the night before it was due, this section of the proposal, which comes back to the proposal manager,
yes.
and I got to tell him, I had to sit there and finish writing the proposal on the way to him walking in. Because it was not. But we didn't talk about compliance in a minute.
Ooh, that just gives me like,
And then I was sitting there on passenger side, I had to tuck my sister in the driver. So you can go on my laptop, reformatting it. Was a technical expert, but his language was too technical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just, and then I was sitting there rewriting it. And then I had to stop. It was a good thing I knew where we were going. So I knew where to stop. Oh, they had to print it. And then do everything I needed to do. So I needed to hear and walk it in. I was glad I knew I blew up where I was turning it in. That
Good.
So I knew how to leave my house to go stop over.
Yeah, get to the,
Yeah. This contracting game that
yeah.
at the church that go by here, the snail walked in. But just because he was a technical expert, means we're not both mind.
Yeah, and I think again, teams that are trying to save money, and I get it. I mean, and right now times are tougher for a lot of companies and businesses, but it really would behoove. My third grade teacher used to say the word behoove, and I love saying the word. Like, even though I told her she was not a good teacher, but that's a whole nother segment. But it would behoove organizations, teams to really, going into 2024, really think about who is actually doing the proposal and where everybody fits in. Again, like you said, that gentleman, take that technical expertise, and also not the night before. So a lot of times companies don't forget, or they forget we need a little bit more time for things like that, because if the language is wrong, if something is just a little off, like we need some time. So that's why I look forward to really being a part of when we talk about that compliance. While I love writing the proposals, and I know, I'll support in some of that too, the compliance piece for me now more than ever. That's why I'm offering some other workshops as well, because that's the piece. It's like when I used to teach GED. The biggest thing with people not passing their GED is not that they're not showing up. They're not reading the full directions, and they're not in compliance with what the instructions are, and assuming they can just submit whatever and they're going to get the GED.
You know what? I want to talk about that. And I have my whole section on following directions. And the dog is gonna read this like, is she serious? Yes.
Yeah.
Following the directions is so critical. And I'm not being funny.
Yeah, no. And it's
Section time to be suspicious or anything else. But if this section is in there because the proposal is not a technical writing exercise, no, the government really told you what they wanted and how they want you.
Yeah, and honestly, I think, and then I'm going to take this away even for proposals right now. When we talk about relationships, when we talk about anything, putting something together, it's usually faulty because we haven't read the manual or talked about the directions that were set forth when it began. And so it really is even, and I don't care if you're a billionaire, I don't care who you are. Again, people have such tunnel vision with just get the money, get the money, get the money, get it done, get it done. You're not thinking about the team, which is critical. You're not thinking about, did we follow every direction? So you need sometimes a neutral set of eyes who aren't part of the team to really look at this more subjectively and objectively, where we can come back and say, hey, this whole section, if I'm a funder or, the one who's deciding on who's awarding this contract, yeah, you may not have a chance at winning because you totally missed this reading and really explaining the section back to them the way they've asked you to. So directions is critical. It's critical.
So we touched on a lot, how to stand there, a lot of dummies within all of the summit. But we do really kind of don't breathe the whole line in this. So you need to have a proposal team, whether the team is the founding or you and a technical expert, but you need to have a team.
Really do.
You need to lay out a proposal plan. So that your plan should not be written the night before. And you need that on plan. Especially if you send to go after the larger dollar efforts.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sheets have been allowed it, the ability for be staying on the truth.
Yeah.
Because the truth should set everybody free. Because this actually doesn't make you free. So I'm setting everybody free. Everybody wants $1 million contract, but no, I don't want to do $1 million work. And how the work is. Don't even RFPs for $1 million contracts are multiple pages long.
They are. Yeah.
And you can't just stick the wherefore the whereas, because the wherefore the whereas is where people go wrong.
That's right.
Really have to read through. That doesn't process can read memorize these.
It really is. It's a plan around that even too. Like you can't read an RFP in one day and then, okay, tomorrow we're rolling it out.
I have a whole train of fires on deconstructing it after.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I have a whole class on it. That people are like, an RFP is something to read. An RFP is a legal document.
Yeah.
An RFP that actually is part of the final contract. If you read it, it tells you. Oh, just say it. It actually tells you this document is included in a contract by reference.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah.
that's legal doctrine.
That's right. That's right.
So there's a decoding of the RFP. Now, amen. Okay, pause. Now, everybody collectively read, listen, inhale, exhale all the anxiety I felt. Sometimes just I'm anxious. I want to make exhale that. Because that is something else that just entered your spirit. I want you to exhale that. Because that's why I'm here listening to this broadcast.
Yeah. Well, let's stay there for a minute. Let's say it wasn't in there. And if they read, it is. But let's say it wasn't even a big contract. Let's say it was a $20,000 contract. Say, small, 10, 20. Same process,
Uh-huh.
same team approach.
Mm-hmm.
Directions still need to be read.
Mm-hmm.
Not the night before, unless a major emergency happens. Like I've written proposals when I did a lot for the Boys and Girls Club years ago in another state. Things happen with technology. Things disappear. 24, I think I had to rewrite something in 72 or 48 hours, a whole proposal. So it just happened. It happens. But these are those foundational things that I think we've gotten away from.
Yes.
Because so much has shifted. But these are the non-negotiables for quality, not just quantity.
Yeah.
And the other thing, and you brought up something that's so good. When team members leave, sometimes team members who've been on part of proposals leave the team. You need a system in place where the templates are built or things that are in place, a continuity system and process. So when people leave, let's say you reapply for it again. So as we talk about compliance, I want to touch on that piece, but keep going with where you're going because it's so true.
Then you tap against those templates. Well, I don't just what he's saying.
Yeah.
Don't like him.
Yeah.
I teach my clients to have a standard response.
And that's part of that compliance. Yes.
A standard response.
That's it.
You know why we have a standard response versus a tuned up? I'll tell you why. Templates train your mind to plug and play. A standard response trains your mind to look for commonality.
Absolutely.
Commonality trains aware of standard response and makes you a robot.
Love it. You couldn't have said that better.
I don't want you to become a robot.
That's right.
Like, I need to call this fifth year and say, well, there's AI, and AI gonna make you sound like everybody else. And probably the plagiarism that actually I just read, and I'm gonna touch on this in the compliance piece.
I got to hold back for compliance.
Go ahead. Well, but I didn't have to check this into the compliance sheet. That I don't believe the thing that said it be in law could take you a whole hour.
Yes.
But I just read where the GAO has encountered issues with AI and proposals. And
Yeah.
and they're actually doing a whole thing on AI and proposal writing.
Again, I hope everyone, I had seen an article about an attorney who lost his job using AI because he hadn't done the research on the cases he was quoting. So if you use AI, I'm not saying there are some good things in AI, but if you're going to use it for anything, especially because again, you're talking legal documents, you're talking documentation, you're talking references, you're talking proposals, research AI with RFPs and proposals. Don't make an assumption. I even talked to my daughter about this going to college. Don't make an assumption you can just do your paper in AI just because AI is popular. Verify with the writing team or verify with the funder. You really want to.
Now that I'm here, there's the whole thing with students now, just especially where we're putting that. So they were students that are getting their degree because of chaos. And
Wow.
people have learned, I'm just fed it can bring up. Like everybody's father's found wah.
I'm not saying though there aren't some good things with AI.
How to make their what with you? Okay. Yeah. People's cut the sound wah. When you use AI as a tool,
Yeah,
takes value.
that's good.
When you use AI as your voice,
Well, and that's very good because that's
AI could be a tool,
that's good.
not your voice.
That's good. And just imagine how many voices it's taking. Singers are concerned and that their voices are being used without, of course, permission.
That is it.
It's good.
The government space, I never thought about it, just to me, I love to be wrapped up in itself. I never want to have turned in a proposal on a machine journey because I understand when I submit this proposal, I am submitting LT&A on the solutions.
Right.
I have to, that's my government confirmation. And I have to stand out for the crowd. So there's no way in the world I would just hit a button and pop out a proposal. I don't know. But that how we plugged in all that stuff in that you have to see you not go wrote it yourself. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah, again, it's a different game, but yet, like we said, some of the same foundational things need to stay in place.
So, you have to have and maintain the foundation around proposal writing. That's key. How does he? There's no proposal writing schedule, as Monica and I were talking about previous. You don't wait till the last minute to develop that proposal. You want to ensure that you want to ensure that all that you do in the proposal writing process, that you manage it properly. As you look and read, there's a process to that proposal reading. Then the last but not least, you want to ensure that you actually manage and have your standard responses written. Now, you're going to hear more from Monica as some that goes on. We just want to come back and talk about proposal compliance, and then we're going to marry the two together and wrap it up. So, this is Luciana Turner at the Contracting and Business Summit. And you just heard from our guest, Monica Morley, as we talked about proposal compliance. So that was an amazing segment. Please stay tuned and tune in for the rest of the summit.
Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Contractors Conversation. I hope you found value in this segment. Subscribe to the platform, share the content. If you want to book a session with us, scan the QR code or visit our site at LT&A luciana.as.me, and we can work further with you. So tune in for our next episode of Contractors Conversation with your host, Luciana Turner.